Come out of the box.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Basement Debate, YouTube's best hip-hop debate show. I'm your host, Sonya Core, and joining us for the debate tonight is Bruce Lively and Josh from All G's React. How are you guys doing tonight?
We good, man. Happy to be back, man. I haven't seen you in so long, Josh. What's going on with you?
It's been a while, brother. It's been a while.
Sonya, good to see you. Yeah, getting back to it, man. They've been waiting for us.
Well, we know it's been a while, you guys, but we're back, as you can see, with a brand new format. So let's get started with the first topic. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let me get my drink first. Wait a minute. Stop. Because you know what? I have to be prepared. Right? We failed for a lack of preparation. And I know this debate's going to be tough with Josh on the other side. Also, y'all, yes, exactly. So I want y'all to remember D-Boy Slim is not here, but that does not mean he's not a part of this. He started this with us. He's just not here tonight. We'll be back again soon. So anyway, I'm sorry to take over your job. Do your thing, Sonya.
But that's all right. Let's jump into the first topic. Snoop said on The Breakfast Club that EMINEM does not belong in his top 10. Do you guys agree? Joe, take it first.
Well, I've been asked this many of times, and I always tell people that EMINEM is not in my top 10. He is normally, top 20, yes, but top 10, no. So I would have to agree with him on the personal taste of music, that not having EMINEM in the top 10, I'm completely with it. But also, I completely understood what he meant, because he just didn't say rapping. He said hip-hop, okay? Which we know is more to hip-hop than just rapping. So I have to agree with him.
Oh, man. First of all, how you doing today, Sonya?
I'm great. I'm ready to hear this debate.
Now, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see everybody here. Let me start with a thank you for coming back to Team Box Cutter channel. We've been waiting on this debate, and I will not disappoint, especially since I just heard this fool tell me that he didn't say rapping, he said hip hop. Now, check it out. The number one problem I have with what he said was the people who he named. EMINEM isn't on my top 10, full disclosure. But the reasons and the people who he said, this dude said LL Cool J and Ice Cube. He only named 5 people to start with, and 2 of the 5 people belong on nobody's top 10.
Damn!
Ice Cube was good in NWA. He's good. You right now, both of you right now can name me 20 people that can rap better than Ice Cube. And he's not the sole owner of hip hop, as you say. LL Cool J, no. Now, I'd like to say that LL Cool J got beat in battles by Kool Moe Dee, Cannabis, smashed him. Cannabis, who couldn't even enter a battle rap without reading his paper, smashed LL. So I mean, I'm just saying, you name 5 people while telling me that EMINEM isn't in your top 10, and 2 of those 5 people is worse than EMINEM. Fine, Rakim, sure. As far as hip hop is concerned, he's a great one. But what is hip hop without the rapping? I ask you, sir.
Well, if you're asking me if it comes down to the rapping within hip hop, we all know M is this magical genius with his syllable rapping and his metaphoric rapping. But when we say, what is Ice Cube to hip hop?
Okay.
See, it changes the perspective of what's being said of who he named. When we say, what is LL to hip hop? It changes that whole perspective of what's being said. Yes, rapping, yes, of course, comes from poetry, spoken word. Yes, it's important to hip hop. But when you say a culture, a movement, and you bring up LL, when you bring up Ice Cube, you know those names.
Mm-hmm.
Those names moved hip hop forward.
So you're saying you don't know who Eminem is?
Of course you know who Eminem is.
But you know those names, bro. Tell me something. You asked a very good question. Number one, it's you're making it seem like you called him a magical genius. That's not what Snoop sounded like. Snoop didn't sound like that. He said he couldn't hold a candle. He couldn't touch these people. That's what Snoop said. And that's a straight up, that's misinformation. That's misinformation. That's Fox News. Okay? That's fake news right there. Let me ask you this. You asked a great question. What is Ice Cube to hip hop? And then your answer would be, he's one of the originators. Right? He's one of the best groups of all time. But when you ask the question, only because he's been there longer, he's one of the originators. But when somebody asked the question, what is Eminem to hip hop? Snoop said himself, white rappers had no respect. So he is one of the originators of white rappers. He's one of the originators of his style of music. Snoop also said that M is only good because Dre produced him. That's a lie. Eminem produced a lot of his own stuff as well. But Dre saw the talent, and Dre told you himself in his documentary that M was one of the best rappers he'd ever heard, and he didn't know if he was white or black. So when I hear that from Dre, I can't tell you that Snoop is right. I'm not saying that he belongs in his top 10. I'm saying the reasons why are fugazi. You're looking at him as a white rapper, and you're looking at with rose-colored glasses at your other people, because you was around that time. Snoop was around when Ice Cube was there. Snoop was around when Rakim came out. So yeah, he's gonna say that. But the reasons he gave, he can't hold a handle. He can't hold a candle to Ice Cube. That's what you're telling me? Nah. You asked the question right, and you answered it, and I can answer it for you. He is a magical genius. And so when you say, what is he to hip hop? You can also include those words. And if you don't, you're wrong. You're looking at through rose-colored glasses. And right, LL isn't really that nice, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna say this, and then we can jump on to the next topic. Everyone has an artist, because even M's best of friend, Royce the 5'9" agreed, and he agreed with Snoop Dogg on the topic. And everybody has an artist that is known within rap, that if you remove that artist and that artist's bodies of work, it may touch 5-10%, of what that person in the overall of their experience with hip hop music, right? Okay. So name me an artist right now that you know that is known that if you pulled all their body of work away, it would barely ever affect you as someone who's been in this hip hop thing for a long time. Me personally? You personally. Someone who you could just throw away, who's out right now? That you just know. That you know, that people know about.
Who could that be?
I mean, there's a lot of people. I could say Mystical, and I love Mystical.
Yeah.
I could say Special Ed, and I love Special Ed, but it wouldn't matter that much.
You see what I'm saying? So when Snoop Dogg said
Soldier Slim,
I can name one, AZ. You know?
See, now you're tripping. See, this is the problem.
See? You see what I'm saying? So when Royce pitched in and he said, I can't live without gin and juice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can't live without that doggies. I'll take that over all of Marshall's albums.
Yeah,
what he said.
Let me tell you something. That's because, number one, he's old and he's white. I mean, he's black. Eminem, look at his, and if I'm going too long, you just let me know. So you stop us whenever we got to get to this next topic, but I can't just let this go. Because there is millions and millions and millions of white people that come from across the tracks that gin and juice was just something cool they heard, but when they heard Stan or when they heard him talk about his daughter or his mom and coming from the trailer park, that means more to them than any gin and juice you're talking about. They don't ride in low riders. They in the trailer park. You see what I'm saying? And when they talk about Becky, that don't mean nothing to you, but that's not. But you're just saying if hip hop, you know, is only what Snoop or Dre or they say, then maybe so. But there's millions of other hip hop listeners that'll tell you that Eminem is pivotal in their life, and if it went without them, they might not even be listening to hip hop.
And that was the point that was made. It's if you took all of M's bodies of work, his whole discography out of my catalog of life, I'm only missing about 10%. Why? Because I grew up listening to West Coast rappers and Midwest rappers in the sense of Bone Thugs had a big part of my life. And then you got the Southern rappers that came in the late 90s, early 2000s that just resonated with me, and that was just it. So I always say that Eminem introduced a lot of people who didn't really care about hip-hop to hip-hop.
That has to stand for something.
So, well, guys, we're going to have to cut you guys off with that one.
All right.
Next topic because of time. Cardi B's WAP. Do you guys think that it has a negative effect on the culture or not?
Cardi B's WAP. Well, I'd like to, before we get started, I'd like to know what you think. What do you think, Sonia?
I would have to say, as far as the culture, no, it doesn't have a negative effect. Now, as far as women, it's a little degrading, but
see, now
take on it.
This is why I asked. I wanted to find out what a female thought about it when she saw it. Right? That's what I wanted to find out. So I'll say this. It's not new. You know, I mean, we had Lil' Kim, we had Foxy Brown, we had Trina, My Neck, My Back. It's not even the most vulgar. At least she didn't tell somebody to lick her butthole like Trina did. Right? Am I right?
Thanks.
Trina said, lick my butthole on the radio. But one thing we have to remember is it's entertainment. Nobody, you know, picketed Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was blowing heads off in Terminator, because it's entertainment. It's shock rap, no actual lyrical value. So is it bad for the culture? No. But I'm gonna say this. What is bad for the culture is that this will get nominated for a Grammy, and Rhapsody won't. Rhapsody came out with the album Eve, And if you even listen to the song Nina, where she's expounding on the fact that she made it without having to take her clothes off, and she thinks that's important. She raps better, the beats are better, it's more interesting and more musical, and won't get nominated, but this will. See, it's the fact that we let them control rap is the problem. It's not this song, because you're always going to have this type of song. You're always going to have a dude telling you, shake it on the pole, and you're always going to have a girl saying, lick my thing. That's what it is. It's hip-hop. It's from the streets. If you don't understand that, you got to go to another show. On this show, I'm here to tell you the problem, the cultural problem, is them. And where they rank this, and how come they play this a million times and you don't hear Rhapsody on the radio.
Yes.
As someone who has lived through the bad bitch era, rap.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Who's been there, who's seen it. First off, let me tell you about the video. If you want to see a video just like it, Missy Elliott's song, 1 Minute Man. Very, very similar. So you can go get you some history.
I forgot about that.
You can get you some history.
You may see a little clip of that in the edit too. I forgot about that. I was gonna say Missy, but then you said one. I forgot about 1 Minute Man. Go ahead.
So I think I agree with Bruce, but I also have to a little bit disagree with it.
Of course.
It is
Can't let me have
bad for the culture only because other cultures that don't understand this are going to use this as a negative spotlight on our culture. You already had Ben Shapiro trying to read the lyrics.
Yeah, I saw that.
And use his mind. I mean, this is the same guy who said rap wasn't music.
Right.
But, and use his... Other cultures are going to use this as a weapon against our cultures. And something that, like Bruce said, this is kind of normal. Only difference is you have women saying it. And normally within rap, when it's a guy saying it, believe me, guys have said everything that those women said in that song, they have said before.
Right.
It's absolutely nothing new. It's just women doing it. So now the way that other cultures try to portray women in a way of, okay, this is indecent, this is that. They will use it as a weapon against our culture to where it wouldn't even bother those of us within the culture because we know. So that's where I got to disagree a little bit, is with that right there.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, it's funny that nobody said that about, what's the white girl from Australia?
Iggy Azalea?
Iggy Azalea. When she's humping a motorbike and being half dressed, it's funny how that doesn't represent their culture. The thing is, a Ben Shapiro's gonna use that no matter what, because he already don't like the culture. He thinks it's not music anyway. So you can't go by that. That doesn't hurt or help. Those people who already think that would have already thought that. It doesn't hurt. Now, if it Sonia said it was degrading. Now, if my daughter's listening to that and that's all she listens to and think that that's what's up, I have a problem with that. But that's not what hurt the culture. It's that's all she had to listen to, is what I'm saying. It was what hurt it. Because when I was a kid, I heard NWA. I also heard people like Common Sense. Or Common now, right? So I also heard Tribe Called Quest. but I also heard 2 Live Crew.
So are you saying our variety was bigger?
The variety, exactly. It's the lack of variety that's hurting. When you're dealing with shock value rap, it's going to keep on getting more and more shocking in order to make a wave. But the fact is, you used to be able to pull up Third Base, Tribe Called Quest, Common, and Talib Kweli, and Mos Def, and The Roots, and all these other things were also there on the radio and in your local record store. Now, this is it. So no, she has the right to be as sexually explicit as she wants to be. It's what else are you playing? Because there's other stuff out there, and I named one, Rhapsody, and there's a lot more.
There is. As far as the lyrics go, I don't even remember them. So that's
neither do I.
That just let you know right there, like they don't stick to anything.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I don't remember not one word. I barely remember the video because I was forced to have to watch it because it's just not my cup of tea. But I had to watch it for this, obviously. So I don't know.
Well, I couldn't even finish the video.
What did you say? What did you say?
I couldn't even finish the video.
Exactly. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You couldn't even finish the video. It'll be forgotten. It'll be put in the pile of hip-hop songs and videos that are forgotten. It doesn't really matter. Only thing that really matters is what are we doing? What are we promoting when we give that the Grammy and not Rhapsody? That's all I'm saying.
This was an awesome debate.
Yes.
Hearing both sides on both topics today. I must say, we're back with a new bang.
I appreciate that. Yes, it was the cup. I got a new cup, y'all. Before it was the square one. See, the fans will know.
You didn't do the cheers. Didn't do the cheers.
I didn't do the cheers. Family, cheers. Welcome to the basement. The brand new and improved basement. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Sonia, our new host. You guys will be seeing her every time from now on, man. That's what we're doing. I'm going to try to be in the background. You know I can't help it. But we needed a host to help keep us in line and keep these things going. So, Sonia, welcome to the basement. And I'm sure that you'll be a well-received addition. I know I can't wait till y'all comment in the bottom.
It's been fun. It's been fun. I look forward to the next one.
Much needed. We'll talk for an hour.
All right, YouTube. Come back and join us for the next debates. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.